Hello everyone, I guess hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with a Dark Beast guide for old school RuneScape and my endless adventure to make as many Slayer, PvM, just guides as possible. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure to leave a like. Also plenty of links you can check me out at down below if you'd like, would appreciate it greatly. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the guide. So to start, should you kill Dark Beast? In my opinion, you should. They're AFK, so for me, I like AFKing a lot. I think it just makes the game really easy to play, and you can kind of incorporate other things into whatever you're doing, so AFK is nice for me. And they're also good XP when compared to other meleeing tasks. So personally, I think they're well worthwhile, considering you don't really have to pay attention and you'll be getting good XP in your melee stats along with Slayer. As far as the requirements, 90 Slayer is the only big one that you need to actually kill these. Besides that, 43 prayer is also needed. I'd imagine if you made it to 90 Slayer, you probably have that prayer, but those are the requirements. Dark Beast's weakness is stab and slash. Their attack style is melee and magic. Keep in mind, their attack style is melee and magic. However, they only attack with magic whenever you attack them first, and they'll only do it a little bit, so they don't really attack with magic. It's mostly melee, and if you're not going after the Dark Beast and attacking them, but rather letting them attack you, then it will only be melee based. And then their max hit is 17 with melee. However, we'll be protecting from melee, so we won't really have to worry about it too much. As far as what you can expect from Dark Beasts, they drop hard clues at a 1 in 128 rate, elite clues at a 1 in 512, also dark bows at a 1 in 512. Those are only worth, I think, 3 to 400k at this point, but their overall GP per kill is 2.5k, so it's not too bad. Looking at some of the melee setups that you can bring, starting on the left hand side, that's a little bit of a lower level setup, kind of the bare minimums that I would say. Just looking for prayer bonuses on top of that, some good strength bonuses. All these setups are listed down below, so you can look a little deeper if you want. The medium level setup is just a small little upgrade, and then the high level setup on the far right is a pretty big upgrade. You can see I didn't change any of the weapons here. That's because essentially you can use what you'd like, whatever the highest level weapon that you can afford to use and bring, go ahead and bring that. As far as Dark Beast locations and how to get there, we will start with the Mourner's Hideout. The inventory on the right hand side, nothing too crazy, most of it's all listed there, just some prayer potions, a little bit of food, because you will take some damage. You could bring a bit more if you tend to take more damage. It shouldn't be that bad though. Can never go wrong bringing too much food, I guess. Beyond that, a pretty standard Slayer inventory. As far as where we need to get to, the Mourner's Hideout is going to be the first location for Dark Beasts. For this, the best option is going to be the Slayer Ring. The Slayer Ring does require Slayer points to be unlocked and 75 crafting to be able to make them in the first place, but beyond that, to unlock this specific teleport, you also need Morning's End Part 2 done. The second option is the West Arty teleport. You can purchase this through the Grand Exchange, and the third is the Ardoin teleport that you can just purchase through the Grand Exchange or cast yourself. Keep in mind, option number 2 and 3 here do require the Mourner's outfit to be able to enter into the Mourner's Hideout, since you're not just teleporting through there. So getting on over there, teleporting to the Dark Beast lair. Personally, I already have Morning's End Part 2 done, but if you didn't, you just have to go through this little hideout here. As I marked in the map before, this is the first initial ladder that you'll have to go past, and then from there, you just run over here, and you'll be in the Dark Beast lair. Nothing too crazy going on there. But once you found your way on over here, from there, you have a couple different spots you could go ahead and kill the Dark Beast. There's a nice little spot in there, along with one over here. Just pick whichever one you'd like, to be honest with you. Personally, I don't bring a cannon. You could bring a cannon to both of the locations I'm going to show today. However, I just don't prefer it because, as I mentioned earlier, Dark Beasts only attack with mage if you attack them first, so I don't really want the magic attacks coming my way. Thus, I would just rather AFK and throw on Protect Melee. As you can tell, like I said before, really AFK in terms of their HP, 220, and you hit very, very often on them, as you can see whenever I'm going through the skill. It's just endless hits, so that is part of why I enjoy it. I'm not even super potted up, and I'm still doing really, really good. There's usually a lot around you, so you won't really have to worry about finding monsters to hit or anything. You could potentially bring a Bone Crusher if you'd like. Personally, I'm already maxed, and even when I wasn't a maxed account, I just never really cared for the Bone Crusher. Call me dumb if you'd like, that's just me, that's how I play. Beyond that, though, the only thing you'll really have to look out for is the Dark Beast Superior. I can't go ahead and spawn one right now to show you exactly how it works, but essentially they're the same as a Dark Beast, other than the fact that they have a mage-based attack that they'll throw at you, and when they do, you just gotta run out of the way. It's essentially just a little AoE attack, and as long as you move out of the distance of the attack, then you'll be perfectly fine. So just make sure to run away from that, and you won't take too much damage. But that is essentially what you need to know for the Mourner's hideout location. Now on to the Prif location. So for this location, inventory is very much the same other than my teleport to get to this area. For the Ironworth dungeon, the best option is going to be the teleport crystal that you can obtain from killing elves. The second best option is the house teleport. For this, you either have to have your house located in Prifdinus or a scroll of redirection on a house teleport will do the same thing. And then finally, if you didn't have any of those for some reason, you could elf camp teleport, but I don't imagine a lot of people would be doing that. Once you've managed your way over to Prif one way or another, from there, just go ahead and head to the southwest until you see a nice little dungeon sign down here. Once you find it, just go ahead and enter the cave, and then from there, you will be down below with a bunch of different Slayer monsters to choose from. Of course, we want to go to Dark Beasts, which are right over here. If you have the agility level, you can just squeeze through that gap with 78 or 73 with the Summer Pie, as I will do myself. If not, just do a little lap around and make your way on over here. From there, this little winding path will take us on over to the Dark Beast, and just take a right at this little fork in the road where some elves are, and you will be good to go. Much like the other location, there isn't too much to worry about in regards to Dark Beast. Again, here you can also use a cannon. It is single way though, so I mean, cannons aren't going to really help you too much. Really, all the cannon would be doing is just bringing them to you and then getting a little bit of damage, and again, I just don't think the trade-off's worth it compared to taking damage from the mage hits. As far as the task goes though, it is as easy as just throwing on your melee prayer and hanging back. As I mentioned before with the other location, the superior is the one thing to worry a little bit about, and all you need to do for that is just run away from its AoE attack whenever you see a little mage ball come your way. So as long as you're doing that, shouldn't be too many things to worry about on this task, and overall it's one that I enjoy quite a lot, even though the dark bows really aren't worth what they used to be back in the day. So that is it for the Dark Beast guide. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, anything you want to see from me, would love to hear it in a comment down below. And on top of that, if you want to see more videos like this as soon as I go live, make sure to subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you have a wonderful day, and peace.